What's up, guys? My bad. My bad. Apparently. My bad. I blanked out, guys. My bad. This completely went out of my memory that this was going on. Anyway, I'm happy that I'm here. What's up? How you doing? Let me check if everything is updated. Let me go check out that dashboard for Afrika TV if I can still open it up. It's been a long time since I've done a Afrika stream. Just gotta get everything set up. Service is only available in Korea. Oh my. That shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be the case. Alright, anyway, we're here. We're here now. Dashboard. There we go. That should be the one. That should be the one. Patience versus Clem. Alright, we got it. We got it sorted. We got it all. Through it all. I did it my way. Rough. Alright, well, there we go. There we go. Everything's updated here. It looks... no, actually. Alright, there we go. Let's just jump into this, alright? Let me bring you guys some StarCraft 2 goodness. In the bottom left side of the map is the map Golden Wall here. It is the one and only, the Frenchman. He's Team Liquid's Clem. Also, I've just noticed that this is still here, of course. Bloop. Alright, there we go. In the bottom right side, we have ourselves a blue Protoss. He is fighting for Team LP. We've seen him today and... was it yesterday or 2 days before that? One of them. One of them. It's been recent, though. We've been seeing this guy a lot. Anyway, he is Patience. It's gonna be an interesting one. I mean... To be honest, I think Clem has one of the best foreign TVP overall. If not the best, to be honest. It's really immaculate. Even some of the best Terran players, I'd say that he is pretty much on par with right now with a lot of this type of stuff. Absolutely amazing with most things that he does. Especially in the late game. I don't think anyone else is surpassing him in the late game TVP. From the Terran side, at least. Maybe there's some Protoss better at him beating Terran, but that makes sense, you know, he's not a Protoss after all, so can't really fault him for that one. Although I'll try my best. Other than that, does a bang-up job. Alright, Patience is mining out the middle part of the field here immediately, actually. Not really waiting about for that one. Didn't even get to scout the front door of Clem, but already prepping himself to start harassing the bottom side here of the map. I'm not quite completely sure what he's planning to do with it. Maybe he already wants... Is he already going to send this? That'd be crazy. He would have a crazy amount of foresight to realize that that is going to be the case. Maybe he's just like, you know what, if he doesn't have the expansion over here, I will be immediately able to send this adept the other way around. And that is, in fact, what we're seeing right now. Lovely, lovely stuff. Stargate on the way as well. Alright, already here, actually. Oracle getting made now as well. Little zappity zap zap zap. And he's gone. Oh, surprise! But to be honest, that might help out a little bit here with the Oracle now, realizing that the Widow Mines are a thing. And one of them already having been set off, so that's half the amount of Widow Mines that could potentially bust a move on top of this Oracle right here. We're still in a good position. Just zap away right now. 3 SCVs have gone down so far. It's not what you really necessarily want, right? You probably want a little bit more. We'd love to get a mule as well, of course. High value targets. Adapt coming into the main base, sees that there is actually doesn't see the Widow Mine, unless if he wants it to go off so he can send his oracles in, which looks like will be the case. Cleans that one up this time, but I'd say that is still expensive to do with the for the cost of a Clem being Clem. Alright, we'll set it off this time though, but it's gonna get intercepted by a Phoenix as well, so that is gonna have to move. Skedaddle the other way here. I'm going heavy on the Tech Lab barracks, as is per usual. We see this a lot from the town players recently. We'll be going into more Widow Mines, I would assume, and which will most likely be more Medevac access. He is going to lose this one over here after all. Nice pickup there by Patience. No, you can always try to kind of keep your opponent preoccupied, right? As long as you keep him, try to get it at an unexpected moment in time. Suddenly drop that Widow Mine there, and then still manage to get a kill, maybe, or perhaps do a little bit of damage. But you know what? Instead, does manage to save the Medevac, right? The Widow Mine had to sacrifice himself for it, but ultimately, the Medevac will be able to get back home here. Just barely, though, as well. Kind of close there in the end, but does manage to do so. Alright, well, there's a pylon here as well on the top side. Not quite sure if he is planning to do something with that ultimately. So keep tabs on that as well. More gateways on the way. It's the robotics facility. And even getting himself a gateway, kind of a little bit of an outpost here to make it easier to reinforce this middle ground, I suppose. Trying to keep tabs on the army of Clem here as well. Especially the Medevacs, I'd say, are important to keep tabs upon. Single Marine here, just kind of moving across the map. Alright, let's get a Cyclone here. So that is a big part of the anti-air of Clem. Clem doesn't seem to care too much. Is moving across the map here with most of his stuff right now. Oracles and Phoenixes doing a little bit of harassment still. Cleaning up some more stuff at the same time. This one Marine! What in the world? Patience! Man, this type of stuff is just happening more and more to Patience recently. This is... oh my dear lord. Patience. 6 kills on a single Marine right there. That's what you call value. Imagine every single Marine getting 6 kills on the workers. That's it's not supposed to happen here. Oh, losing the Oracles as well. Yeah, Patience. I mean, he's a cool player. He's a really nice, cool player. But recently, just some of those kind of, you know what, easy to make mistakes, but you wouldn't really necessarily expect to see them from a player of the highest caliber. Like losing six builders to a single Marine. Previously today we saw him making the... well, he had an entire base not mining for like a good almost 5 minutes, I'd say, because he didn't realize he lost a lot of workers there due to a baneling run by from DRG. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what is happening to Patience recently, but I wouldn't call it magnificent. Makes me a bit worried for him. Picks off the Phoenixes first and foremost, so he might be able to get away a little bit with some more units. Targets down a couple of those Stalkers. Alright, reinforcements coming in just in the nick of time to kind of keep this going before the shields reach Jen as well. Of course, getting back into the shield battery to amplify that healing a little bit. Now, the transition point in this game might be coming up here from the early game to the mid game, right? We're seeing the Ghost Academy on the way, Armory, a second engineering bay as well. Already, we have some pretty good upgrades for Patience. Like, he's still making some pretty good moves here. He's got himself in a reasonable position, and this is definitely playable for him, right? Even with some weird stuff happening, this Marine's like, alright, let's try that again, shall we? Will not happen again, though. There is a photon cannon there and a zealot as well, just kind of lurking about, trying to move around on the edge of the map there, get himself some, you know what, some scouting intel as well, and allow for vision of any potential medevacs coming through. You know what, he's trying it again. You gotta give it to the kid, right? Definitely a trier. I think he just wants to see if there is a fourth base on the way or not. Would be nice. He's already making one himself as well. And moving out here with +1/+1 now finished up. Ghost Academy, the enhanced shockwaves on the way as well here for Clem. I'm wondering how much he's going to commit to this. I wouldn't mind it not being too much of a committal. I guess there's no more Phoenixes, so it's relatively safe to move backwards here. Nice catch on the Disruptor there. Hallucinate Colossus coming on through. Let's see if he spots these observers in the middle of the map. There's only a single one of them here, but well, that's always dangerous. If the Protoss knows exactly your army position, it's so much easier to get the Disruptor shots nice and connected. A little bit of a Zealot run by there will be taken care of. Nice micro going on the two fronts here, although you know what that means, that the front side is a little bit weak and takes a bit of damage there. Good amount of units being picked off by Patience, definitely blunting the overall force that this attack could have hit with. Now the Liberators as well going past the Observers here, showcasing their exact intent, and yeah, Patience of course because of this will be able to simply intercept this. Should be able to blink. Yeah, there we go. Lovely interception. Massive drop here from Clem on the way. Now, in some other cases, with some other Terrans, I would start to get worried here a little bit, right? Patience really getting a late game army composition. Starting to incorporate Dark Templars here as well with the blink to really deal some damage. But Clem, I'd say he is a different beast in the late game, of course. TVP. Always capable of handling himself very, very comfortably, it looks like. And just a masterclass when it comes to the micro of this army that he has concocted for himself. Needs to be careful though, these types of weird disruptor movements might still catch him out of guard here and there. The Observer does it knows that the army is there. It is coming from the bottom side here. Oh, Patience. Patience. Alright, I'm not... Alright, just wants to hide it here for when the Terran army does decide to move in.
Under attack.
Single DT here, getting some work done. Killing off the sensor tower as well. Oh, there's... Whoa! Oh my. Oh my, that is the first time I've ever seen that happen to Clem here. He is human after all, guys. That was a massive connection, an enormous part of Clem's army there gone into the toilet. Immediately vaporized. That was rather nasty. Will start to get himself the fusion core to allow him for the longer range on the Liberators. But now he is just in trouble. He just doesn't have the forces that he once had, right? Really doesn't have a good army to confront this Protoss army with. Only has a couple of Vikings as well, while he also is forced to deal with Zealot run-bys on the bottom side here. Still losing a couple of SCVs there as well. Is quite rough. One of them, 7 kills on that one Zealot. He's remember the Marine? Well, we can do that too, son. And Zealot strike force. And oh boy, coming into full force this time around. There is a single Widow Mine there. Could do a little bit of damage if this this ball of DTs doesn't get spread out enough. And you know what, that's okay actually. Charge helping out that for sure. Clem with his small batch of units here ready to protect this area. Is still gonna get himself into an okay position to... oh my dear lord, that's all his ghost though. Only a single EMP landing so far on this army, and actually taking a little bit of damage from the disruptor there as well. My oh my. Oh my god, Clem again getting struck by the disruptors here. I'm not sure what's happening. I've never seen Clem struggle this much against the disruptor. It's pretty much the staple of his entire being, I'd say, and GG is called. First game going into Patient's favor. If there was anything, I would not have expected Clem to lose in the later parts of the game, especially to disruptor shots. I guess that one single disruptor shot on Patient's side of the map coming in from the flank, definitely a big one, one that turned it all around there. Let me get this sorted over here. Alright. Let me take a look at everything still. Are we still good? We are, right? Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Okay, so alright. Yep. Lovely stuff. Okay. That's game number 1 going into Patient's favor. Not quite what I expected. Patience. Yeah, Patience just a little bit in a slump recently. Clem is just a beast overall, isn't he? So, whenever it does go a little bit sideways, I don't expect it to happen for him. Let me see. Am I in the right Alpha Pro series? Yeah, okay, I'm there. Whew. Here we go. Game number 2. Submarine. Now, Clem didn't really take any damage in the early game, did he? Not too much anyway. Thought things were just going better for him overall. Patience is asking if we can go west instead of central, because he has a lot of ping in central. I think Clem will have that amount of ping. Oh, he wants to go 1 game central, 1 game west. Alright. I'll have to wait and see. Alright. Alright, game number 2. Game number 2. Definitely felt like Clem was a little bit slow with some stuff. It could definitely be the ping, of course. Kind of throwing him off his game here. To be fair as well, Clem has been going incredibly hard on these online cups. He's been staying up late. He's been continuously doing all sorts of stuff until the dead of night. So I wouldn't be surprised that at some point this kid is running dry on energy, right? I mean, he's been playing his heart out, and you got to commend him for it, for all the effort he's putting into playing the game and the amount of tournaments that he's playing in. But at some point, right, you just got to relax at some point as well. Then again, that was just 1 game, guys. It was just 1 game. Let's see what happens in game number 2 before we really jump to conclusions here, of course. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Clem actually does ultimately at some point kind of just collapses in on himself with the, what is it, 3 hours of sleep he gets almost every day, it looks like. Most of the time. It's rough. Alright, anyway, let's go into game number 2. We have ourselves a red Protoss right here. Fighting for Team LP. He is Patience. And his opponent right here in the bottom right side, I've been hyping him up quite a bit, and you know what? With good reason to. With incredibly good reason to. He's been the dismantler of Protoss. He's been the crucible of all things that are Terran. We're restarting this apparently, okay. Internet issues. Let's hope he will be able to fix them soon. We'll have to redo that one a little bit. Anyway, guys, hope you're having yourself a good time. Hope you are enjoying yourself. Let me do a quick shout out here to one of our sponsors while we wait for this all to get sorted out. Let me go find them for a little bit here. Let me tell you about G Fuel. G Fuel is the official drink of esports. And if you're esportsing and you're not drinking G Fuel, it's probably the reason why you're not winning all those championships. Because G Fuel, it ramps up your energy from 0 to 100 real quick. It sharpens your focus so you can keep your eye on the prize. It increases your endurance because, as we all know, gaming is a marathon and not a sprint. Lastly, G Fuel will hydrate you as well so that you only have to thirst for victory. Now, the official drink of esports, G Fuel. Stay hydrated, my friends. Go get them. Go get them drinks. Drink them up. Put them in your stomach. Digestive system activated. A lot of taste buds extravaganza. And G Fuel. G Fuel. Drink it up. Gobble it down. And have enough energy for a parade in town. G Fuel. G Fuel. Get your kicks and get your drinks throughout the rest of the day. Should have thought of something before I went down this road. Alright, never mind. Never mind. We're just gonna continue onwards. I think Clem is having some troubles again with his internet. It's good that I'm not the only one delaying this. I'm kind of glad Clem is being this nice to me, being the guy that is helping me out a little bit here, making me feel less bad about the whole being late to this thing. You can't restart the game and restart his computer. StarCraft has PB problem. Problem to launch. He's rebooting. Oh my god, so many things going wrong today, lol. Patient's like, no problem. Not sorry for me. Haha. ... We'll see. We'll see. There is a Matcherino page for all of this as well, guys. So if you want to head on over to that one, fill in the codes, get your things sorted. Go check out some stuff as well. June. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh well. Alright. I'm gonna put you guys on the pre-roll here for a moment, maybe. Just to have a moment, because, you know what, I'm just sitting here anyway, right? Especially on my own. It's a bit awkward, so be right back, guys. Still don't have this changed. There we go. I'll just put it up for
nuclear missile ready.
Okay, we do have things starting to roll again. Clem and patience. Game number 2, attempt number 2. Let's see what happens here. Let me bring you guys in here as I put my drink back into the fridge. Alright. Alright. Oh. That is odd. There we go. Okay, it's working now. In the bottom right side, we have ourselves a blue Protoss. Taking the first game to my surprise. But, you know what, let's see if we can do some more of that magic. Is Team LP's Patience. Top left side, we have ourselves a red Terran trying to do some mind games right here. He is none other than Team Liquid's Clem. Putting the barracks on that low ground there. Keeping things secret, keeping it hidden. Oh, there's a big lag spike. And there goes Clem again. Oh boy. Alright, well, this is awkward. I feel like I've made some bad voodoo. We're hoping this will get fixed. Oh, he's back. Okay. Are you okay? Are you okay? He's playing. Okay. Well, anyway, I introduced him, right? Yeah. Yes? Okay. Good. Okay. I think he's okay. I think he's okay. Let's hope he is. There's Cybercore first here for Patience. Patience actually getting the double gas as well. Kind of entirely foregoing the Nexus so far. And we have seen... Well, he might just be not going for it now, particularly as well, of course, because he didn't see the barracks at the front of the base. Always gotta make you a little bit worried here as the Protoss trying to look around with that Zealots. Will get himself the Adept here in time as well. As he's proxying the Stargate here. Clem, on the other hand, Tech Lab Factory behind this will get himself a bunker. So both these players kind of trying to be safe, not die to each other's cheese here. Which is kind of funny, of course, as... You know what, it's all started with a fake barracks being dropped on the low ground. Looks like we will have a base coming up here for Patience, though. Relatively soon, in a couple of seconds, and there we go, 400 minerals gathered up here. And it looks like Clem will be able to get the scout on this Stargate as well before it really has any type of unit coming out. So that's a big deal as well. Now knows what is coming his way. We'll have that Cyclone ready. So also prepped up and salvaging the bunker. Smart choice there. Doesn't really need it at this moment in time, of course, as there's obviously nothing on the ground coming in. Coming back around again with those two Reapers as the Oracle leaves the facility. That is has some great showing of knowledge overall. Realizing at what time the Oracle will be done. And then coming back, forcing the Oracle back all this distance. And getting quite a bit of value that way. Oracle will still find the other Reapers, so it takes them both down. But at the same time, he lost all his energy. He lost his timing here a little bit, right? And now he's not going to be able to really fly in there and still deal damage. Patience. He's gonna... You know, he's gonna try something else this time around. We'll do a Dark Templar a bit earlier on than he did the previous game. Let's see if this is gonna work. So far, we've not seen too much working out for the Dark Templars yet today. I guess the last game he did win, but it didn't really feel because that was of the Dark Templar. More so the Disruptor shot, of course. Finding a pylon here, that is nice. Gets the probe, but still needs to kill off the pylon, of course, as well. 3 Adepts coming in here to try and remedy this situation. Ooh, the Cyclone. Take care, Mr. Cyclone. Okay, we'll be able to kill off at least one of the Adepts right here. 2 other Adepts shading on by. Want to get themselves... I'm not sure if they want to get here, but yeah, okay, alright. There they go. Siege Tank and a Viking, though, do show up, and I'm loving how calm and collected Clem is about this entire situation. He's just going to move himself into the... Well, the location keeps moving forward with most of his units, even with those 2 Adepts coming in. Now, there is the first Dark Templar. Gets a scan and will be cleaned up very easily. I'm not sure if he's going to stick around now anymore, though, after seeing that. Realizes that he needs to start prepping at home as well against this. Which is a big deal, of course. Now, still needs to have an engineering bay before he can really deal with it. Is getting himself a tech lab on the starport as well. There's another scan. Does he have another one? It's going to take a while here, but... Well, luckily for him, there's no other Dark Templars around anymore. That should bridge the gap between... until the missile turrets are created. Oh, that's a nice trade right there. Getting 2 of those Stalkers there for a single Cyclone. Needs to get out of the location, though, of course. Can't afford to stick around over here. 3 Adepts at that 3rd base still as well. Lurking, waiting for Clem to leave his base to make their move. He only has 2 barracks here right now, doesn't he? Yeah, it feels like an awkward amount of barracks. Usually you would have 3 by this moment in time, I'd say, but... I guess he does have to invest a little bit more money into the Raven. And it was a weird start to begin with anyway, right? Had to get himself a Cyclone, stuff like this. Okay, here we go, moving on forwards. Watch out for the status trap. Raven does reveal it though, of course. For Stalkers and a War Prism. Adepts now realizing that the army of Clem is gone, moving on in, as we mentioned before. Mistargeting there a little bit. First shot whiffing, but still getting a good amount of workers here. 4 workers so far going down. Definitely could have had some more if he targeted it, targeted a little bit better. Because as you can see, quite a good amount of the SCVs had just hurt without really being taken out. So that's a big deal as well. But then again, I mean, I'm not sure how much of a difference it would make, as Clem just comes in with 4 siege tanks, a bunch of marines, and of course that Raven as well. Wants to keep the Raven alive. There is a storm available, but how good will it be against this amount of marines? Well, this amount of siege tanks. GG is called. And you have a first game, well, second game going into to Clem's favor. It's interesting actually that Patience winning the game that went longer and Clem winning the game that was a scrappy game in the early parts of the game. I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing that continuation, or that being something we see more of right now. Alright. 1-1. That's always a good start of a best of 9. We'll have to wait and see if it's gonna continue here. If both these players are gonna be able to go tit for tat for a little bit longer. Get themselves sorted out. And bring it to a 2-2. Of course, map choice will be Patience right now. We should be going on to the other set right here. Let me take a look. There's the Metrorino page, of course, as well, guys. Do not forget about that one. Let me show you here for a moment. It's not this one. It's not that one. Let me just give you a little showing of a Metrorino page. Alright, so this is it. Let me see if this is the right one. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, if you want to improve this prize pool right here, all you gotta do is go to the announcements above the chat and then press over here, contribute, fill in this little code and press contribute. There you go. Instantly added 50 cents to the prize pool right there. Got yourself sorted. Make yourself feel good about what you've done today. Right, added money to the prize pool of the StarCraft 2 event. What can give you a better feeling in the world? Clem apparently went offline again, having some more internet difficulties. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Bad internet. We'll have to wait to see if that gets fixed here. We'll get ourselves a Clem back. I mean, it is the best of 7 at this point. Let's get real here. Right. With Clem missing, I'm gonna quickly put you guys on the pre-roll again, guys. I'm sorry. There's just not a whole lot to say for me right now, so see you in a little bit, alright? See you in a little bit. That's interesting. Alright, looks like we have things sorted again. We have him back, we found him. He's he's come back to us. Back online. In the bottom left side we have ourselves a blue Protoss fighting for Team LP. He is none other than Patience. It's Lao Pao, right? Lao Pao? Something like that. Probably mispronouncing it like crazy. Anyway, top right side we have a red Terran. A bright red Terran. As I would say it if I was nuts and crazy. Which I am, so, you know what, brighter red. Sorry. He's Team Liquid's finest and brightest, maybe, perhaps, but chance. Anyway, he is Clem. The new shining star of Team Liquid. Of course, they did acquire themselves a little bit of Hearthstone as well, which isn't too shabby either. And then they still have Thermal in the woodworks as well, as a other Terran, of course. It's also been kind of kicking ass recently, really doing well, getting some great overall victories on the boards. Clem, though, you know what? I don't think a lot of people would disagree. Somebody that has a scary amount of potential. Still relatively long comparatively young to the other players, and still has a lot of room to grow. His micro is impeccable. His speed is like no other. And truly a beast to be reckoned with. Alright, so he's going to try to set up shop here with a bunker on the low ground. This probe right here looks like he will not be going for the scout there. So that bunker should be going to finish up here. One single adept though might be able to still intercept a little bit here for this Reaper. Make life a little bit more difficult, but shouldn't really be the case, right? Ooh, it might still happen though. It's close. It's close. It's very close. Yup. And the Reaper goes down. That is unfortunate. That is incredibly unfortunate. You know, well, just losing the Reaper on its own is unfortunate. But then also, of course, with the added cost of making a bunker there, losing the SCV as well, that's quite a nasty delay there. On the rest of your stuff that you want to do to follow it up with in this type of setting, which is what looks to be a Hellion attack. Two Hellions at the same time being constructed here. They are good units as well, of course, to holding back adepts as well. Might want to move that SCV right there. Mr. Ooh, okay. Does lose it there, unfortunately. Another SCV goes down. You know what? Maybe these, maybe the Hellions here will be able to get some work done of their own. We do have a 25 to 35 at the moment in time. Worker difference here. 10 workers in total. 4 Hellions. Oh, well, yeah. Not quite gaining entrance there. 2 Widow Mines as well with the medevac. Another simulator on the way. Warp Prism as well as the Blink upgrade. Getting ourselves 3 more gateways here, so 4 gates in total so far. And in comes the attack from Clem. Puts down a single Widow Mine at the ramp area actually to force the issue here, not allowing those Stalkers to stand there anymore. And we'll come in with the Hellions now as well, trying to get on top of the probes here. Nice blocking going on for Patience, but it's not enough. A lot of the workers go down here. 14 in total. And Clem strikes back with a vengeance. Immediately getting himself ahead with 10 workers here. And what once was a 25 versus 35 worker lead for Patience, now suddenly complete role reversal. As Clem is prepping to get ready for any type of Stalker harassment. Even the Banshee over here is a good way to kind of deal with the Stalkers. It's a weird one, but it does do a lot of damage against these types of units. And definitely helps out a ton. Alright, 2 siege tanks are here. I'm not quite sure if you want to jump right on top of it. Does get one of them. Auto turret at the edge right now as well. Nice saves there, but you know what? Those Stalkers still very low on the HP. Get targeted down, gets the Observer as well. That's a big deal too. Much harder to keep tabs on everything if you don't have those mucking about. A single siege tank here, just barely not really getting the range on the stocks that he wants to. Second siege tank coming on in as well. Definitely securing this place a little bit more so, but Patience Just continuously finding these small opportunities, these small edging windows around the side of his base. Oh, blinks forward though on a tank, which he really shouldn't have. Gets caught out and taps out. Wow, that one was quick. That went very quick. In fact, that was that was a rough one. All right. Wasn't expecting Patience to die there anymore. I thought like, alright, well, he took some damage with those Hellions, but he's dealing a lot of damage now as well. Blinks forward, gets on top of the siege tank, and loses most of his stalkers. He's like, alright, well, never mind. I'm done with this one. I don't want to keep playing this one anymore. Let me just tap out of that. And out he went. So yeah, GG there for Clem. Holding on strong. Keeping his siege tanks close together, so if they do get jumped upon, he continuously will still have that other siege tank shooting out as well. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Game number 4 already. Guess not already. We've we've had some downtime here and there. Been a little bit of a slow startup as well. That was my fault. I do feel kind of bad about that. Wondering how that kind of happens as well. It's weird. Anyway, I guess I'm just an idiot sometimes. Lack of sleep, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we're here. We're watching these games. That's the important part. We're having Clem versus Patience continuing onwards and being actually a lot closer than I thought it would be. Honestly, I thought said it a couple of times now, but Clem, jeez Louise, what a incredible player. Cars can go away, please. Thank you. Alright, in the bottom left side we have ourselves a blue Protoss fighting for Team LP. He is Patience. Top right side, red Terran player fighting for Team Liquid. He is Clem. Now is Patience once again gonna try to do some sort of an attack off of one base, or you know, just a very slow nexus. We're seeing him foregoing the low ground wall continuously, and I'm wondering what that is all about, whether it is about just trying to make it harder for Hellions to be dropped into his base. At the same time, it becomes more difficult for him to really get Stalkers in here, right, in case of a Widowmine drop or something like that. Maybe it's an indicator that he once again wants to go for the Stargate opening, because then you don't necessarily need that much ease of access into your mineral line from the ground. Right, the Phoenixes will just get through there no matter what. Same goes for the Oracles. Could be the case. I'm not completely sure. Oh, this probe actually, a little bit of an opportunist. Was thinking about just jumping right on top of that production site, not allowing the command center to be made. This game is West server, Patience. Like, wait, what? Oh, okay. I'm not sure if he's like, wait, why do I still have this much ping? Or if he's like, wait, why are you guys this nice to me? Little ping. Okay. More than before. Interesting. Wow. Ba 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 ba. Twilight Council, look at that. The Twilight Council is being produced right outside of vision range. Being hidden behind the cybernetic skull and the gateway. You would need access through those two buildings right there to Allow permittance. Have permittance. I don't even know. Clearance to view as well. Okay, well, it looks like he just got his green card, guys. Don't worry about it. Or maybe it's a blue card because Patience is a blue-colored player. Sorry. Oh man. I think I'm sleepy or something. There must be something going on. Starport on the way. Factory now. Gonna go towards that reactor here. More units to mine, I guess. Some would call them SCV. I just call them units, like any other unit, because what else are they if not for a unit? Right, we're all equal in my eyes. I don't think it works like that. Anyway, Hellion coming on in. I hope that... Man, I'm just hoping I don't even offend anyone here today. Take that the wrong way. I think you could take that the wrong way, actually, what I just said. I didn't mean it the wrong way. Please don't take it the wrong way. Maybe everyone's like, what is he talking about? And now he's starting to realize, wait a moment, I am taking this the wrong way. I hope that's not gonna happen. What is happening, though, in this game is Blink is getting created. We do have a bunch of Hellions. Might have a bit of an easier time to run on by here, but I mean, there is still the 2 Stokes and an Adept right now. Ooh. Lifty Wifty into the main base. Lifty Wifty. Oh god, I am on fire today, ain't I? Blink just barely not done yet. Almost. Now he has it and still gets it in the nick of time. Starport and Factory also. He's switching out and about. Doing a little country dancing, little square dancing as they would say. Switching partners. It's what they do. Rodeo dancing commences once again. Score, by the way. I'm okay. I'm not that interested. But you know what? If you are, fine. Wait, it's somewhere in between. I don't know. We'll just keep it a mystery. What is it again? Let me think. Okay, we started off. Patience won a game. Then we went to Submarine. And we had Golden Wall. That was Patience victory. I'm pretty sure it's 1-1, right? Is it 1-1? No, I feel like it isn't. I might be wrong. Oh, right. Yeah. The one game with Patience doing the blink attack. The blink attack. That was a rough one. Alrighty. Third base here for Clem getting constructed as the third base of Patience already out and about. Having those units available right now. Extended thermal lance on the way, as well as the charge upgrade right here. Clem going for a bit of an offensive of the 2 base. Needs to do some damage here, and he definitely has the opportunity to do so. 60 army supply versus 34. Should be able to, as long as he gets himself across the map here in time, get things rolling into his favor. Has the +1 attack, has the combat shield stim, concussive shell on the way as well. Getting the observer as he's moving out. That is, you know, never a bad thing either. The Raven here definitely can help out quite nicely against the Colossi. It comes down to control over here in this position. Let's see if he will be able to either shoot down a siege tank or a Raven with the Blink Stalker's Patience, that is, of course. It looks like, you know what, Clem not really committing to this area over here. Sees the 2 shield batteries and 2 cannons. I don't blame him. That's a scary thing to go up against. Or maybe he's just thinking to himself, you know what, I can do this with half my forces. Let me just send the rest of them into the natural base here through a medevac attack. Patience not taking any chances here. Doesn't want to get blindsided by an attack that he didn't force field in time. So he's just going to preemptively force field here. Let's see if he does it again. It's not a bad idea, actually. You don't see it that often, but honestly, it works out well there. Oh, one force field missing, and the Bioforces managed to push on through. The Stalkers a little bit late to the party will come back around again. The siege tank's just not going to be enough anymore to hold this backwards. Clem moves backward with the rest of his forces. The remainder of the Marines and Marauders. There's 2 medevacs as well. Need to go heal up again. And let's see who got out on top on that trade overall. I'd say, you know what, definitely Clem. I want to give... No, I mean, sorry, Patience. Or Clem. One of those two, for sure. For sure is the head right now. Not sure which one, but one of those two. So, you know what, it's already a 50-50. I've whittled it down there. It seems like a good thing. Which, in a way as well, it seems like a pretty positive, right, in a StarCraft 2 game. You don't always want things clean and easy to grasp. Well, gotta leave some room for people their own input, thinking like, yeah, but I mean, what if Clem next time gets a bunch of probes, or what if Patience just moves across the map with a big army and disruptables and kills everything, or I don't know. It's the beauty of StarCraft, isn't it? Anything can happen. Anything. Well, some things can't happen. There are confound rules. You can't just start mining minerals with just a pylon. You need a nexus there as well, still. Which is kind of weird, honestly. I mean, if you are capable of teleporting your entire... Like, you can teleport buildings. What's keeping you from teleporting minerals? Right? I mean, think about it. Think about it. You can teleport your entire... beings, right? Big, massive tanks. Well, I wouldn't call them tanks. They're mostly like bionic suits of for heads, Protoss heads, the Stalkers, of course. Anyway, it just feels like you should be able to teleport minerals as well. And again, I guess that would make the game imbalanced in a way, or harder to balance, perhaps. Clem missing the observer here with the scan just barely. Still in a good position, I'd say, for Clem, and also Patience. The disruptors here definitely helping out a ton. Keeping the Bioforces away so it allows the Stalkers to snipe at the Vikings. Single Dark Templar keeping watch on this left side of the map here. Right, ooh, nearly. Patience preoccupied, not quite doing anything with the Dark Templar just yet. Another run by here for the Zealots. There is a good amount of reinforcements though. Oh, disruptors. Okay, I don't know how that didn't kill anything. Clem Magic strikes again. In he goes, alright, fully committed now. Massive EMPs, the Vikings chasing down the Colossi. Disruptors not managing to get the connections they need. I think, are they? No, it's getting close though. Another warping of Zealots here, definitely helping out quite a bit, targeting down Stalkers. And ultimately, you gotta give Clem that fight, right? Killing of so many of the Robotics Bay units, 3 Colossi, 5 Disruptors. It's gonna be a pain to remake all of those. Although he does have 2 robots, so maybe he's gonna be okay relatively, but you know what? Let's once again do it. It's all to play for. Both of these players definitely having a pretty good shot still. This is starting to become quite a nice match. It's a shame the caster is so lackluster, but other than that, seems to be going alright. Disruptor shot whiffing there. Ooh, boop, 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 boop. More Zealots coming in here. There are probes dying because of this Liberator right here. Probably not the right moment to show that. So we do have a fight. Zealots still doing quite a bit here. Clem retreating, needs a moment to reconsider his life options. 12 kills on this one. Getting a couple less on the Liberator over here, I'm pretty sure. Oh well. So 16 versus 9 kills there in the work account. Patience still though with a comfortable amount of work is definitely nothing to worry about for him here. Clem on the other hand, I mean, his economy not as great at the moment. It's been a while since he really had any type of economic advantage in this game. You're gonna have to wonder whether or not he's ever gonna be able to reclaim it with the amount of harassment that is happening from Patience here. He's really doing a great job just kind of dwindling the numbers of Clem in the SCV amounts. And circumventing casual, regular timed mining and stuff going on for Clem. Clem killing off a base here. That's a good start. Needs to keep doing stuff like this. For sure, but also of course needs to really engage the army of Patience at some point. Ooh, nice dodging there again on those disruptors. How does he do it? This kid is magic. And now, without any of those disruptors hitting, manages to just push his way on through. Not that much in the way, shape, or form as in Zealots there in the Stalker boss, so that will definitely go down very quickly. And luckily, the Zealots were warped in and helping out quite a bit there later on. Reclaiming another base in the bottom right is Patience. 2 disruptors here, a little bit out of position, but do give a warning to Clem that this is coming his way. He doesn't have any more Vikings right now. He has the 4 Liberators. That's about it. Does he only have a single starport? Okay, no, he still has 2. Still not quite utilizing both of them. A lot of Dark Templar here on the bottom right side. Perhaps looking and lurking at the same time. Trying to find a base here. That is the base below the natural of Clem. Alright, nice zealot run by being already set up on the left side. On the right side we have a massive amount of Dark Templar ready to do the same thing there. And this Dark Templar ball could actually do quite a bit here. Clem trying his best to still harass a little bit here and there, getting some Liberator shenanigans, having a single Marine there as well. And in come more Dark Templar. They're spreading out right now, and that's going to be a problem. Oh, actually, that's a bit of a missed micro there. 2 of them that were supposed to go to the 3rd base now, getting themselves caught out. But that one, though, does manage to blink in. Okay, good snipes there on the Dark Templar, but still 19 workers bit the bullet because of that. Still losing more actually. Oh, he's still here. Thought he was going to go for it. He would just kind of walk by it though, unfortunately. Another one over here. Clem using snipes to deal with them, which is a very cool thing to see. You don't see that too often. It seems to be working out rather well, and as all of that was going on, Patience securing this base up here in the middle, getting himself the top left base and the bottom right side as well, all being secured under his domain right now. So we'll need to wait and see if this is going to be turning around here. Oi, 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 this could be trouble as well. Those Dark Templar will do a lot of damage against the planetary. A quick repair. Will it be enough though? It is so close. At the same time, we have a fight going on over here. Disruptors, oh, getting a pretty reasonable connection there. Clem will kill off a base here as well though, but at the same time, those Zealots still going strong. A lot of them did get picked off though, so it shouldn't be too difficult anymore to clean up this force. Clem, wait a moment, what are all those probes doing? All the probes just moving forward here for Patience. He doesn't have that much of a bank. And he doesn't have a max supply right now either, so I'm a bit surprised that that is actually happening here. I guess he still has the 2 bases on the top left side, so that's a big deal. Will allow him to remax a lot quicker. Actually, you know what, it was all fine. He was allowed to lose those bases, it looks like. No problem. Clem in a lot of trouble now. I mean, he still has this base. He still has this base over here, and I don't think Clem is aware. Okay, no, he is aware. Interesting. Now sees this bottom right base as well. He realizes this is the moment in time he needs to make a move. Otherwise, this is just going to be the end of things here. He cannot afford to let this game be prolonged for much longer. And these types of zealot attacks is exactly what Patience needs to do to buy himself that time to get that bigger army again. Clem, in no way will he be able to get that big, massive army here again, I'd say. Unless if this game keeps going for a lot longer. But Patience should be able to do this a whole lot more easily. Now, of course, if he does get caught out with his pens down, that could still for sure turn this into a nasty little moment in time here. This is not a planetary fortress yet, so a lot of damage is being dealt there. Ooh, those Colossi getting a bit of damage done there as well. Dark Templars do get picked off. Another Liberator setting up shop on the top left of that base. Stalkers, Disruptors, Zealots, everything now on this side. On the top. And 2 Marines and a Marauder on the bottom right side. As long as they kill that, that would be absolutely massive. Another command center falls. Clem trying to push in the top left as well. I want to take a quick look over here. That is slowly getting whittled down. Half HP right now. Pretty sure that will go into his favor. Quick pickup there. Needs to be careful. I mean, that's a lot of Stalkers there trying to keep the army of Patience inside of the Liberator zones. That's actually pretty darn cool. A very quick decision, and it seems to be working out for him. We'll be able to pick up this Liberator as well. Oh my god, that was close. Gets both of them. Clem doing a wonderful job. Did get this base as well in the bottom right side. This army for Clem will be picked up. But, oh my dear lord, this game is crazy. Absolutely insane. The 2 Marine and Marauder hit squads here in the bottom right side. Still doing quite a bit of work as well. And Patience realizing, you know what, I need to start dealing with that. We'll send all of his forces though. That could be a problem. Nope. Nope. Gets the... Oh, almost gets the Stalker there. Clem, what is the plan here? Will he go in for the top left base again, or... did he actually see the Stalkers? Okay, he knows about the Stalkers coming in here. This one Dark Templar is a problem as well. It looks like Clem is kind of capitulating here. Falling apart in the late game of the TVP again here. And the late game TVP hero once again just not really catching a break here. Okay, this is nice. Cleans up the top left harassment. And holds back the attack as well. Saves this command center just barely. But saves it. That's the important part. Needs to be careful. More Zealots and a Stalker coming in here on the top left as well at the same time. In this game, I can't believe this is still going on. This is going from mad to worse. One Dark Templar going on through as well. Sneaking on by. I mean, let's take a look. That's some massive amounts of units lost there. 92 SCVs, 15 Disruptors, 17 Ghost, 3 Nexus, and 3 Command Centers have gone down. But Patience has been so much more on top of just continuously applying pressure on the other side, and then using that pressure, the opening he's created to get himself sorted on the other side of the map and get his expansions rolling, and just been able to bankroll this entire offensive continuously. As you can see, the income graph, it is one big blue curve right now. That I wish was looking different here for the Frenchman, but it really isn't. Finally, as he was starting to get a little bit on equal footing here, another Dark Templar comes in. Another big... Actually, this is one of the bigger groups of Stalkers and Zealots that are coming in here again on the top side. Big EMP. Yeah, this is such an awkward position to fight from as Clem. He needs to get himself a missile turret here as well, I'd say. And his top left base is still mining. The bottom right base has started mining again as well. as Clem is losing units left, right, and center. Needs to get some work done on this side. Now, this is mostly Zealot Stalkers, so I mean, the Bioforces of Clem should be able to deal with this relatively easily. Needs to repair this planetary as well. Losing this planetary could be devastating. And that's exactly what's happening. Might lose this base as well. Okay, no, does have the forces he needs to defend over there. But, I mean, losing that planetary means that he still needs to do a boatload of damage himself. Needs to continue onwards. Does, in fact, lose this base as well here, I'd say. Well, you know what, Patience not targeting it down just quite yet. Just targeting down workers, which, you know what, is just as effective and gets the base as well. 15 SCVs dying, another orbital command center. Clem's send out his third base, his natural and his main base. It's in complete disarray. The Stalkers coming in as well once more, realizing, you know what, you're moving out, I'm moving in. And downfall, more workers for Clem. I think we are really seeing the last moments here for this Red Terran, and it has been absolutely magnificent. But yeah, he has to believe that, yeah, exactly. That is going to be GG. Patience after a well-fought game. Claims victory after, well, sweating his butt cheeks together. I mean, that was a crazy game, honestly. Holy moly. And let's hope we're gonna get more of those, because man, oh man, that was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. Bit unfortunate that Clem didn't win again the late game. I don't know what's happening with him today. I always thought that it was impossible for Protoss to win against Clem in the late game. But, you know what, again, Patience just showing how it's done. Getting himself so much damage across the board continuously. Coming in left, coming in right, and finding opportunities wherever he can. And shows Clem who is boss. Now we will be going for another game, of course. Game number 5 over here with, again, the series being tied up. Let me just grab myself another drink here. Another sip. Alright. I thought I threw it down the wrong chute, but I think I'm okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm okay. Wow, weird. Alright, anyway. Patience and Clem. Alright, alright. Let's see what these boys will be able to bring to the table in game number 5. We've gone from a best of 9 to a best of 7 to what is now a best of 5. These guys were made to play one another, it looks like. And you know what? I was always under the impression that Innovation and Clem were about on the same par when it comes to TVP, but you know what? Innovation, not 1 or 2 days ago, played Patience in the best of 9 as well. It was a slaughter. It was, in fact, Innovation 5-1 versus Patience, and I mean, seeing Patience play like this right now versus Clem? Versus Clem? Are you kidding me? It is, it's like night and day right now. But anyway, in the bottom left side, we have ourselves the blue Terran. He is Team Liquid's Clem. Top right, red Protoss. He is Team LP's Patience. Alright. Aha! Oh. Oh. Oho! Nandayo. Haha! Just role playing as the pro right now. Hoi! Ho ho he! Oh, ninja strut. Shape of diamond. Trying to block the command center when Clem doesn't have the money for her commands. Actually, does get a little bit of a delay there because Clem is busy with trying to chase the probe here. Careful, careful. No problem. No problem whatsoever. Shield back up to full again. This probe is badass. And he knows it. Never mind. He's dead now. Unlucky. Unlucky. I really like that probe. I don't think a single probe will give me the feelings that probe ever did. People keep telling me there's a lot of probe in this space, but it doesn't feel that way right now. Oh, and observing StarCraft like this is a whole different experience, isn't it? I think this is lazy cam. I'm gonna call this lazy cam obsing. It looks like I'm just being cinematic and getting close and personal with all the units, but I'm just being lazy. Alright, Twilight Council on the way here. As well as a Hellion coming on through. Is that just to try and get rid of the Adept right here? He's locked the Adept in. He doesn't want the Adept to escape anymore. Will we have a recall? Yes, we will. Okay. Clem's like, okay, that's fine. That's all good. Which is nice, actually. Doesn't get to kill, but still forces the recall. Still a reasonable amount of energy being wasted on anything but Chronos. As Chrono, of course, still a very powerful tool for the Protoss. Now, how many Hellions did we go up to? Let me take a glance here. Only a single one. Okay, so this is the Scouting Hellion, as they call him. There he is. There he is. What a beaut. If you guys haven't noticed that the wheels of the Hellion don't stand up straight, they're a little bit diagonal. As you can see over here, they're a little bit they're not straight down. I'm not sure where that's from, but it feels like it could be a thing, right, of a buggy or something like that. Or maybe they feel like it's just a nicer perspective when you are looking at them from the top down. Because you get a bit more of a feeling of the side of the wheels, right? If they were just straight down, it would be a weird perspective there. It's interesting. Oh, nice attempt there with the nade, just barely not working out though. That's a very clutch timing overall to make without any ping, but then with American ping as well. So worth the attempt, you know what? Might as well try, but oh, hello. It's like, oh my, this is embarrassing, isn't it? This is embarrassing. Oh my god, the Stalkers go the wrong way. Come on, one more shot, Yeah, gets two. Only gets two. That could have been a lot worse though, to be fair. Just killing off 6 workers there, that would be crazy. It would have been crazy with just all because of those 2 Stalkers not going the right way. That's always what happens in my games too. I'm like, haha, I will defend this easily, and then I look back and I realize my units went the wrong way, and it's just like 1 or 2 units killing absolutely everything. Oh, nice interception there with a couple of Marines. Well positioned there from Clem. Ready to intercept. 3rd base coming down for Patience, yeah, as we have ourselves a attack gearing up here, it looks like, for Clem. Alright. Clem, what else is he doing right now? Raven on the prowl. Looks like the War Prism did get recalled here. Back to home. Also some, what's the worker count like? 47 versus 52. That's I gotta say, that's a good one for Clem right here, especially considering that he is still on the 2 base versus the triple base, you know, the trips. No, trip nexus. The trip nips, some people call it. Pretty sure I've heard that phrase before. This could be a big attack here. There is a bit of a conga line happening though for Mr. Clem, but that, you know what, that kind of helps out against the Colossi, right? Colossi can only shoot horizontally, cannot shoot vertically. Imagine there being a button on a Colossi that you can choose whether he shoots horizontally or vertically, right? So either the beam goes like this or the beam goes like this. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. It's probably not something that's going to happen though. Clem coming in here looking for a bit of damage still. That siege tank wants to siege up quite desperately. You can see it in his face. He's very constipated. He just needs a moment to sit and rest his legs. I know that's not what constipated means. There we go. Can now finally relieve himself. Nice interference matrixes there from Clem coming on in. Marauders, Marines, everything looking for the damage right now. The siege tank as well coming on forward. The interference matrix is gone. Force field's buying enough time here. Clem taking a lot of damage there on the Colossus shot on the bottom side of his bioforces. Does manage to get another small cluster of infantry on the mineral line here, and hides a couple of widow mines there, so still manages to do a bit of damage there. Because of that, 8 workers do still fall. Overall though, you know what, was that worth it? It looks like it was. Nice, nicely done. Alright, so Clem actually ahead right now. Look at that worker count, 63 versus 54. Thoroughly impressive here. And Spacian's gonna assemble some sort of a shrine for the darkness, it looks like. We'll try to make some Dark Templar hidden folk, as they call them. Also known as the Shirelings, the Hobbits. Dark Templars pretty much are Hobbits, right? In a way. Pretty sure they are. Do I need to explain myself? I don't think so. I don't think I need to explain that one even further. Oh wow, thank you for the follow there. I don't think you are watching us on the Freaker TV right now, but if you are, well, it's appreciated. Following us on Twitch as well. That's dedication, my friend. Anyway, 9 workers just went down. Where was this? Was that still the same workers? I don't think it was. Oh wait, was it the widow mine here that he didn't clean up? That'd be nasty. Nasty. I'm sorry if I missed that, guys. Right, and we have the 3 Dark Templar here. See what they will be able to get done. Coming in right now. Sneaky little hobbitses. Oh, nice spread out on those Dark Templar. One of them in the left, another one coming into the 3rd base here. It's a whole lot of mining not happening right now. You know what, actually, yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Nothing in the main base, so... Alright, we do stabilize. 11 works in total versus 23. Still though, Clem on a magnificent work account here. The army, well, the income graph not really reflecting this, but you know what, I'm pretty sure that is still... Oh my god! Oh, Clem. Once again, I don't know what's happening with him today, but I'm not used to see this happen to Clem. Taking another massive connection there from a disruptor. I'm used to seeing this happen to Innovation, but not to Clem though. As Clem is trying to reassemble his forces. That was a big hit right there. Definitely bringing a little bit of a good turn of fortune for Patience, which he desperately needed. Another attempt at the same thing here. Not really getting it. The Raven gets killed off. A couple of force fields holding this army back. Doesn't want to get chased right now. Moves back home again. Zealots here looking to play. I'm not sure if Dark Templar or Hobbits. I'm not quite sure what Zealots would be. I think that would just be like toddler Hobbits. I don't know how to hide quite yet. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is a big attack coming in for Clem. Clem takes out a Nexus. He does take quite a bit of damage as well on the other side of the map though, with those Zealots there waiting, looking on the prowl, trying to get themselves some nice kills, some nice fish to catch. Another massive connection on the Disruptors. I don't know what I'm seeing anymore. It's like Clem just gave up after the first initial Disruptor shot. He's just like, you know what, maybe I can just take them in the face and still be okay. I don't think so, Clem. I think you still gotta have to try and dodge those. Not that much army remaining anymore here for Clem. Needs to get the heck out of there. Liberators need to be set up right now. I think there's only a single one of them, but definitely helps out quite a bit here. Nice dodging once again from Clem here. Kills off the Colossi, so not that much remaining anymore for Patience. Ooh, another Disruptor shot almost landing right dead center there. And Clem making this very, very close. Just by not being on top of his anti-Disruptor micro as he once was. Wants to get that Warp Prism here. Okay, targets only Disruptors. There's still one shot. Massive connection once again. And that's it. GG. I have not seen Clem take that much damage from Disruptors for a really long time. For an incredibly long time. That was nuts. That was absolutely crazy. Wasn't expecting that. Ice and Chrome is going to be coming up next here. Clem is down in the series now once more with a single point. Needs to reassess, needs to reclaim his overall standings here and tie it up once more to get to a certain point of synchronism. That's a nice word. That's a nice word. Let's just use that. Who cares if it's right or not? If it's correctly used. And I do kind of have to go to the toilet real quick. Alright. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. One moment. Woo. We're still in the lobby, it looks like. Ready. Oh, you have many lag? I think you would have won the last game is what Patience is saying. Clem's like, nah, just bad play. Ha ha ha. Patience like, no, you are good just because of lag. Man. What a nice guy. Clem's like, it's okay. Damn, Clem is a really nice guy, isn't he? And Patience as well. Jeez Louise, these two guys, they are just super friendly. It's like they're fighting to be the friendliest instead of the best at StarCraft 2. Crazy. It's like two white rats next to each other. Trying to complement each other. Wrong server, we're in Central. Okay, we're rehosting this one. Rehost. That is unfortunate. Oh, I'm sweating, guys. Sweating from all the great StarCraft here. Alright. Let's continue. The next game. Ba 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 da ba. Ba 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 ba. Bra. Bra ba ba ba. Ba. Ah. Alright, here we go. Once again, Ice and Chrome. Yeah, of course, it is still the same map. We wouldn't be switching maps just for a rehost because we're on the wrong server. That would be ridiculous. Ice and Chrome, it is the biggest map. And seeing how Eternal Empire went, I'm kind of hoping of a repeat of that one. A little bit here. That was absolutely amazing. Now, I'm just a little bit worried about Clem. I'm not quite sure what is happening. It could very well be the ping, of course. I mean, it is... his micro against the Disruptor is just... it's insane. It's the best I've ever seen from anyone. And what we've been seeing here today so far... really not resembling that whatsoever, unfortunately. Which is always a feels bad. It is a bit of a feels bad, but you know what? It's what we are. It's the hand that we're dealt. In the top right side, we have ourselves a red Terran player fighting for Team Liquid. He is none other than... Clem. In the bottom left side, we have ourselves a blue Protoss fighting for... well, Team LP. Sounds like Liquid. It almost sounds like Team Liquipedia versus Team Liquid, but that's not the case. It's a Chinese team. He is Patience. Man, that would be the awesomest thing in the world, though, if Liquipedia gets themselves an esports team as well, and then we get to have the Team Liquid versus Team Liquipedia. Oh, I'd be down for that. I want to cast that one. I always call them the Blue Horse team as well. Team Liquid, that is. I guess Team Liquipedia is actually a white horse, isn't it? Isn't it? I need to remember this. I need to look this up. Oh god. That is a thing that was on the background right there. Let me see this section. Let me look this up as nothing much is happening anyway right now. Liquipedia. And then I'll go on this this one right here. Liquipedia, there we go. It is a white horse. Alright, and now I go to Team Liquid. I believe the horse is blue. On Team Liquid, yeah, there it is. Called it. Well, actually, it's see-through. It's the, how do you call this? The contours of a horse in a shield. The cutout. Oh, first blood. Fatality. Monster kill. Twilight Council. Hello, baby. What's up? I'm a Reaper. I can jump up cliffs. Gets the scout here very nicely done. We'll use that Nexus to try and circumvent the... ooh, boy. This is getting dangerous. Scary things are happening here. Oh, Clem, get the heck out of there. Just barely escapes with an inch of his life. Nicely done. Gets away from that. Oh god. Oh boy. Ooh, yep. Chibbity-boop. Chibbity-boop-boop. Okay. Wow, Patience not letting it go, is he? He's like, no! I need this kill. I need to get further ahead. Shade into the main base here, trying to see what is what, trying to find out what is happening. Although, you know what, 3 Marines right here, more than enough to deal with that very easily. It looks like, bam, and it's gone. A bit over an overextension that for that Adept, unfortunately, for Patience. 2 gateways are gonna get thrown down at the natural base here still. Clem and Patience. Once again. Dark Shrine. Oh, Widowmine drop. No, wait, it's just... Wait, what? I thought I was missing a Widowmine drop because it's so much damage. Two workers, but... Apparently the Reaper got 2 worker kills? Wow, alright. It's not what you expect at this moment in time. It still happened though. Ooh, does lose the Reaper now, but... Unlucky. 3 Widowmines in this matter of fact though. Let's see what they will be able to do. I've not seen that many Terrans just yet make a armory to facilitate help for the Widowmines. In a way, I mean, it's not that expensive, right? Just getting an armory, and then... I mean, in a situation like this, what kind of stealth detection would you have as Patience, right? He doesn't have anything. Yes, he went Dark Shrine with the Twilight Council. It would be an incredible investment for him to try and get something here. And I think that would just be GG right here and now. Although I suppose Clem does still need to deal with his own stealth units right here on this side of the map. Let's see if they target down the missile turret. That would be very nice. Quick repair though on the case. And Clem secures his perimeter. But yeah, in this particular moment in time, just having that armory, I feel like that would have been a potentially game-ending scenario here for Patience. As he is so far removed from any type of stealth detection. It's going to take a long time for him to get that unlocked and get rid of those Widowmines. So much time for him to not mine at all whatsoever that. And that very well could have been the end. But yeah, we're just not seeing enough of that, in my opinion, just quite yet. It's just having the armory. Actually, I know that just having an armory right now allows the Widowmines to stay hidden, but what happens if you lose your armory? Does that mean the Widowmines become uncloaked again? Is that what happens? Is that what will occur if you lose your armory? Your armory? he's living on a farm. A farmery. Is farmery. Alright, well, Blink is almost ready here, as well as that 3rd base for Patience now starting to participate in the overall economic branch of the Protoss market. Right side base of Clem. A 3rd base being produced on location here. Designing to not waste capital sitting at home with his investments. Of course, this investment will be a lot more palpable for interruptions. Might get taken out here, as we can see. That one Dark Templar. Look at these swings. Does a boatload of damage each time. Swing, swing. Okay, doesn't kill it, but you know what? Definitely gets a nice delay here. Big attack coming on in from Clem. Has the one siege tank behind this. Would love to see an anti-armor missile hitting the forces here as well. There's one fake Colossus, but I'm not quite sure if Clem fell for it just quite yet. He is moving backwards. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that siege tank is in trouble. Actually, that siege tank gets away. Siege is up a little bit further away. I'm not quite sure what the plan about that is. Maybe he wasn't expecting the army of Patience to chase him down like here. Puts down a couple of auto turrets though. Gets the attention of his Patience. His opponents. Oh, nice pickups on those Stalkers. Just rotating, killing off a couple of them. And continuing to move forwards. Needs to get the hell out of there. But you know what? These the Stalkers are absolutely relentless. We'll do another blink forward pretty soon here, I would assume. Patience. Oh, might even get the medevac as well. Yes, he does. Alright, more Bioforces coming on in though. We'll be able to get quite a bit done. Get himself a Archon here. More units for Patience steamrolling across the map though. And this is starting to get a very precarious situation for Clem. He has been on top of his macro, but has it been enough? Losing SCVs right now. Having a portion of his army cut off. There's only 2 Widow Mines here. Actually 3 Widow Mines at his home base and a small cluster of forces to hold this back. And Clem once again in a lot of trouble here. Let's see if he will be able to get things sorted. A 3rd base falls. 15 SCVs going down the drain as well. And Patience. You know what? I think that's a game-ending maneuver right there. Doing so much damage right now. I love you, Clem, but buddy, this might be it for you. He's killing off some workers again with some auto turret harassment. It looks like. But my oh my, if he turns this around, I am gonna lose my mind. I will definitely lose my mind. But yeah, coming in from the back as well with more zealots. That's it. Too much Protoss. And Clem needs to resort to just a big good old GG. As the forces of the Protoss are just steamrolling through. GG. Oh my. Oh my. Alright, just a singular G. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's hope that was a typo. Let's assume that was a typo. Just a short momentary lapse of judgment. Right, that means we're gonna go into another game, of course. Now with Patience on match point. There's best of 5 not going really Clem's favor. Patience taking not only the initiative but a lead of 2 points right now. Putting himself on match point as well. And getting himself sorted rather nicely. In a good position here. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the next one. I mean, we need 3 wins in a row now from Clem, right? Because it was tied, then we had 2 wins for Patience. Patience won Everdream and he won Eternal Empire as well. Yeah, so this is looking rough. This is looking rough indeed. 3 wins in a row for Patience right now. Clem needs to return the favor. But Clem just not looking as solid as he usually does. Maybe because he is bronze right now. But that might just be on his on this account. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, here we go, guys. Here we go. In the bottom right side of the map, we have ourselves a blue Terran player. He has had enough, it looks like. Sending out multiple SCVs. Needs to win 3 games in a row, so you might as well try something sneaky and get yourself a quick victory in there as well. He's the blue Terran, the blue Raren. He's a blue Librarian. He is a Clemian from Team Liquididius. In the top left side, we have ourselves a red Protoss. Fighting for Team LP. He is Patience. Hello, my pretties. Hello, my lovely sand jewels. The jewels of the Terran race. Now the fun thing is that I think it was game number 2 or game number 3 where we saw Clem going for the proxy Rex, but then the proxy Rex was just outside of his own base, right? So if that is still fresh in Patient's mind right here, he might suspect that again and then not be too worried about what is happening here. But instead, you know what, he is still going for the safety opening here, going for the Zealots. We'll check around the base of Clem though, just to make sure that nothing is close by. And just is trying to freak him out. There's the first bunker. Will we have a second bunker on the high ground? Not quite yet. It's going to be difficult to do, especially with that Zealot hot on your heels. Isn't it, Mr. SCV? Yes, it is. I agree. Right, this one, SCV providing high ground vision for now, but this is rather difficult to do, of course, without any type of structure on that high ground right here. Okay, Marines moving on forwards, getting some reasonable damage on the Zealots so far. There is a bunker to fall back upon as well, of course, but what you really want to be doing here is break the front door, which is on top of that ramp, of course. Which make this incredibly difficult to push from the low grounds. I guess he is containing his opponents on the one base, but at the same time we're seeing Patience reacting in kind, putting his Stargates across the map here. And a couple of shield batteries as well. Bit of harassment could take place with the probe as well. Maybe slow the production down overall a little bit. Not happening quite yet. Oh, this is awkward. The barracks are gonna fly over the Stargates here, but I mean, I'm not sure if that's gonna be in time. That Oracle probably already gonna be out and about, ready to destroy some stuff here. We need to see a Cyclone coming in the production tab. That's gonna be the saving grace for Clem if he does manage to read this situation. Okay, he is getting himself a Cyclone. Is it too little? Too late though. Might want to repair the... Oh, there's the Oracle right now. And it might be too late indeed. Already losing a couple of those workers. Alright, did he see the shield battery as well? Yes, he did. So now he kind of knows how dedicated Patience is with this attack over here. The Cyclone only now coming out with 4 kills on top of that Oracle right here. That's a lot of kills. That is a lot of kills indeed. And Clem being smart, actually getting himself a Viking here. I really like that, honestly. And after all of this has been said and done, I'm not quite sure who I would give the advantage to. Probably still a little bit to Clem. Though he could still take quite a bit of damage from that Stargate here, especially with that shield battery nearby. It makes me a little bit worried overall. Look at that. There you go. Those 2 Oracles just absolutely decimating the overall SCV line, and yeah, with the shield battery just moving backwards, and he's okay again. He's perfectly fine. Making more and more Phoenixes still. This one bunker truly has been a saving grace though for Clem. It's gonna fall this time around though. We'll lose that position. Loses the Marines probably as well here. Clem is trying to figure out what is truly happening on this little patch of land just outside of his front door. We'd love to see the maglev upgrade as well for the Cyclones. What are they called again? I always forget the name of this upgrade. I don't know what it's about. Mag Fields? The Mag Fab? I don't know. This is a lot of Protoss though. Widowmine needs to get a good connection, but oh, friendly fire strikes again. SCVs need to come off the worker line here. He needs this bunker. Okay, bunker gets constructed. That is a big deal, but I mean, he needs so much more right now. Getting himself a Liberator and a Siege Tank in times of need. This bunker is not allowed to fall whatsoever. The Liberator does get picked off as well. Nothing there to protect it, unfortunately. There's the Siege Tank. As we have Patience going for a Death Shrine on Death Aura. No, it's a Dark Shrine, of course. Once again, wants to get himself a couple of Shirelings. The Hobbitses. And then take them to Clem and guard. Viking, Mr. Viking, you better be careful. Trying to be a bit of an opportunist, but not quite working out in his favor there. Third base for Patience coming on through. Blink on the way. Patience is sitting on a good spot here, I'd say. Let's take a look at the income graph. You know what? It is equal, but... You know what, the army supply, remarkably similar right now. It just feels like Patience is in a better spot, perhaps, than he is for me. I don't know. I guess, well, the Dark Templar might be able to do quite a bit. There's a single scan. If that is used as a mule right now, that could be absolutely abysmal. Okay, he scouted it. He is making a missile turret in his main base. Although, you know what, that might just be to save the... secure himself for the air units, as he's not making a missile turret that is natural, nor did he scan the Dark Templar. And that could be the end of it. You know, there's one unit here. Oh my god, he's going for the stim. The stim is in trouble. The stim is gonna get killed off here. There's almost a scan available. Stim is gone. I think this might be it, guys. I think we may have ourselves an end to this game right here. One scan, not getting a single Dark Templar here. Coming on in again. Oh, a little bit too close to that missile turret right here. That was a nice placed one, for sure. Catching the Dark Templar off guard here, and kind of in the middle of things, so... Protects his base again, and you know what? Clem could have full works over here as well. I honestly thought that that was going to be the end, guys. But you know what? Clem holds on for a little bit longer. Not quite yet giving up so far. And really doing an incredible job, honestly, to stem this bleeding here. Not die straight out. Which is what would happen to a lot of Terran in this situation. A lot of Terran. And not just low league Terrans. No, like pretty proper Terrans. There we go, another scan, final scan there is used. That is not just a lot of scans, of course, or Dark Templar doing a lot of damage to SCVs. It's also a lot of scans that are now no mules, right? So definitely we need to keep that in mind as well. A lot of extra money that would have been available for Clem, not really available now because of this. Again, you know what? Okay, another scan, there you go. To be fair, it is Dark Templars, so they need to do damage, because they are extremely expensive as well. Can't just say like, alright, I got a scan out of it, that was worth it. That's not the case, of course. But that, and then also being ahead on workers, also being ahead on bases, also being ahead on overall technology. And then you could start to say like, alright, well, you are already behind. And you are just making things a little bit worse for you by continuously using those scans instead for mules. Using them on the Dark Templar. Right, siege tanks, here we go. It's still 4 siege tanks, it's a good amount of marines as well. I'm kind of wondering if we're gonna see just SCVs being pulled with this as well. I don't think you have a good reason not to, right? He doesn't have a third base. He doesn't have much of anything here. He needs to make something happen, but what it looks like to me is actually Clem just positioning himself to take a third base in a way. Unless if he's hoping to catch this Protoss army off guard and will go for a big squeeze. Status trap though, catching a lot of the forces here on the left side. Also medevacs, most of them getting picked off by the stalkers there. 2 of them, only a single one remains. There's the SCVs. Clem, this is his last hurrah. He needs to make it happen right here, right now. There's only 2 Archons here available. If these siege tanks get in a good position, it might still be a good moment for Clem here. Oh boy, but Zealots get into the main base. Alright, Clem, this is your last shot here. Need to make it work. If not, this is going to be the end of things for you, my friend. But massive force fields here, getting a big batch of those Marines. More carnage happening in Mr. Clem's base. The Frenchman getting flanked as well. Those stalkers can just blink right on top of the siege tanks right here. Still taking quite a bit of damage, but you know what, that is it. That is GG. Clem taps out, losing the series, losing the entire match, and losing everything there. Unfortunately, the Frenchman not having what it takes today to beat back his opponent, the Korean Protoss Patience. And Patience, you know what, those were some marvelous games from him. Absolutely stellarly played. Thoroughly impressed with him in that situation there. And I thought that was going to be pretty much like that, but then the opposite, right? I really thought Clem was going to be the one that would come out victorious in this situation, but you know what? Sometimes you're proven wrong, and that's the beauty of StarCraft 2. Anyway, guys, remember there is a Matcherino page where you can get everything sorted. And before you go, I do still want to give one quick shout out to one of our sponsors, because I kind of let that go here, unfortunately. Anyway, Manscaped, the state-of-the-art line of grooming products which features skin-safe technology, practically eliminates nicks or scratches, as it has new easily replaceable blades to ensure you're always getting the perfect shave. Manscaped has other equally as innovative grooming products for men, like their anti-shaving deodorant, body wash, and signature cologne, so that you're always feeling clean and smelling great. Now, make sure to click on Manscaped's sponsor quest and use your code Matcherino at checkout to get 20% off of any purchases. So go check them out, guys. Manscaped, use that code Matcherino. Alright, now that's going to be it then for us today. My apologies for starting out late, guys. I'm sorry. Luckily, we managed to catch the entire series here. And yeah, I hope you still had a good time. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm gonna go have a good afternoon. All right, see you guys. Talk to you later. Love you all. Bye bye. That's it, right? That is it. It is it. Okay. Well. Okay.